tune in.
We got a big show for you today. We got a lot to cover. We're going to jump right into the fantasy hot list. Well, moving on now to some of our hot topics. This is always my favorite part of the show. Now, there's been a lot of things happening around the league, a lot of things we're going to get to, but one of the things that we got to clear up first of all here is Sidney Rice is now back. He's off the PUP list. He's available for the Vikings. Is this a guy who, you know, from a fantasy perspective now, Gerard, is this a guy who fantasy owners should jump on or not quite yet? Still needs a couple weeks under his belt, still needs to get healthy? What do you think?
The only way I would jump on him is if I was weak at receiver. Because you know, coming off injury, it's going to take a while to get back into game shape. You know, you got
no question.
You know, they're in shape. I'm in shape, but see, they're in NFL shape. I'm in walk around down the street shape. No,
he is not in shape. Let's calm down with that one. He's not. Let's clear that up. He's not in shape.
If I can run around the building, I'm in shape.
If it takes you 3 hours, you're not in shape.
I bet
he hasn't had his heart rate over 120 since high school.
No more than twice as fast as you. What's up?
No, you won't do it twice.
You hear the bet? I'll shave my head. What's up?
You will be so. You might die.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. So after that little sidebar, to finish the point, Sidney Rice is not a guy who you want to pick up yet. Maybe wait a couple weeks, let him get a couple games under his belt, see if him and Brett Farris still have that same chemistry, that same rapport that they had last year. Then he's definitely a guy that you might want to pick up.
How about just wait till next season? Because I'll tell you what,
Brett Favre's not going to be there next season.
They've been real shadowy about this whole hip injury situation for me. I don't even know how serious or how bad.
Because they said, 8 weeks at first, right?
Yeah. From a guy who had a hip injury, that takes a while. So I don't even know, playing at the position he's playing at, he has to be very explosive. Coming out his cousin, he was a leaper.
Coming back to the number one position.
Yeah, in his position, the kind of way he played the game, he's a leaper and a guy that needs his hips all the time, and I would say just wait for next year.
If they would have had Moss, though, it might have been easier.
Well, that was dumb. That was Brad Childress.
Chili Willie.
Now, with that haircut needs to be fired.
No, I agree.
He went there.
I agree. And listen, speaking of coaches who got fired, Wade Phillips finally got the axe in Dallas. Jerry Jones finally said, you know.
See, yes, I need to move.
Well, you know, I've tried to say this the last couple weeks, and Gerard has been fighting me on this, but Karan is also another guy that played for Wade Phillips. Now, Wade Phillips is the quintessential player's coach. Guys love to play for him. You love to have him as your head coach, but that demeanor and that attitude of that he cultivates around the team, it doesn't instill discipline. Nope. It doesn't instill, kind of a back against the wall mentality. He just is business as usual all the time.
They weren't scared of him.
Exactly. No question.
The thing about Wade is, let me just clear it up. Wade is a great X and O's coach, and he's a great players coach, like Jimmy said. And in certain situations, a players coach is what you need in a locker room when you got strong veteran leadership. The Dallas Cowboys have no strong veteran leadership. That is the reason why Wade Phillips will not work with the Dallas Cowboys team. You have guys coming like Roy Williams. He's a flake. You got Tony Romo.
Keith Brooking.
He's a flake. Now, no, I got to give Keith Brooking his props. Keith Brooking is a strong presence in the locker room.
But he's only one guy.
But he's only one guy on one defense that he's not even the main guy.
Let me tell you something.
In order for that defense to have a leader on it, has to be DeMarcus Ware, somebody like that somebody's going to listen to. Keith Brooking has passed his time where people actually listen to him.
And I think even a bigger point, I think Dallas was guilty of getting caught up in their own hype and reading their own press clippings as much as anything. Got the Super Bowl in Dallas, got some offseason acquisitions, got Des Bryant, got some different things. They start reading the press clippings like, we're going to the Super Bowl, and they go into training camp automatically acting like they're a Super Bowl team.
Got the big head.
And they're not. They're clearly not.
And we discussed it. They still have the holes on defense and offense that they have not yet filled, and they're not going to.
And the holes just keep getting bigger as the injuries continue to pile up.
Didn't Ware just get hurt too?
DeMarcus Ware, he did get dinged, but he will be back. He will play against the Giants, which is one of our must-see games.
That is going to be the one, because they might be 1-8.
Speaking now, again, we said earlier in the show, we talked about Randy Moss and that ridiculous move Brad Childress made to release him. He has found a new home. He was claimed by the Tennessee Titans, making his first start on Sunday against the Dolphins, the team that you could say maybe ushered his release from New England.
No, you can't.
Because they held him to no catches in Week 4. So Randy Moss making his first start with the Titans. Depending on who starts at quarterback, Kerry Collins or Vince Young, Randy Moss could put up some big numbers in Tennessee.
Let's get this thing not misconstrued at all. When he didn't have any catches in Miami, that was Bill Belichick being the genius that he is. He knew that if he let Randy Moss go out there and have a huge game, because he knew ahead of time that he was going to release him that next week or whatever they were doing. They knew all this. So he's like, dude, under no circumstances we let Randy Moss get any catches in this game.
Because then the press would have been like, why are you letting him go? And he just did something that good.
These are the guys that got away with actually spy game. Like, they know how to cover the tracks. So Bill Belichick, he knew ahead of time that Randy Moss was going to be out of there because of some comments he made about holding out and all that other stuff.
Right.
You know, Bill, he's like, your contract, you know, we don't need any kind of dissension in the ranks right now. So, boom, we're out of here. Now, Randy Moss is probably going to eat the Dolphins alive.
Well, I was going to say, regardless of which one it was, Bill Belichick's genius or Brad Childress' ignorance, it's definitely the Titans' gain in this situation.
Great. Oh, yeah.
And for them moving forward, how does this open up even more holes, taking one less guy out of the box for Chris Johnson
one or
to go
two
crazy?
less guys.
You have to double team Randy Moss.
If you don't double team Randy Moss, you're going to get beat.
He's going to go up top.
He's going to go deep, and
he's going up top.
Even at his age, he's still faster than half the people out there.
You pick your poison. You take Randy Moss at 30 yards a chunk, or you take Chris Johnson at 30 yards a chunk. It's whatever you choose. And at this point, Jeff Fisher I think he made a godfather move. It's like, dude.
Because didn't they pass him in the draft?
Yeah.
Didn't they pass him in the original draft?
Yeah. Absolutely. They took Kevin Dyson instead of him.
Kevin wasn't bad.
No, he was good coming out. He was good coming out.
But
He wasn't.
he didn't
you can't call Kevin Dyson a bust.
No.
But when Randy Moss was on the table, and you choose Kevin Dyson, and then you look at the body of work in hindsight,
Moss is a lot better.
Randy Moss is definitely the pick.
Randy Moss was smoking weed and all that other kind of crap.
He was,
but he was still the most electrifying receiver coming out.
You know the NFL.
Yeah.
You know the NFL. You know the league.
You got that. You got the lines.
He'd have been the number one pick.
Yeah,
with
no
the
question.
The cocaine or whatever else he had on his record. But this is the NFL.
He had to say
Nobody's
cocaine.
bigger than the Shield.
He had to say cocaine.
Now here's a topic that might be kind of laughable to some of you guys. We're going to move on to some of these must-see games, okay? And Gerard, we kind of laughed at each other when we said this before the show. A must-see game this week.
It is.
If you can believe it, the Jets versus the Browns.
It is.
Who would have?
He doesn't think it is. I do.
You know what? Listen,
I do.
The name, I understand, guys, the name does not bring a whole lot of excitement. It doesn't bring a lot of, you don't think of this is a big-time matchup, a big-time battle. These teams aren't even rivals. But
look at Cleveland bodies of work.
They do have two twin brothers that are coaches, okay, Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan in Cleveland. And the bottom line is that the Browns have been playing pretty damn good.
They just demolished the Patriots.
Compared to how they've been playing, which is pretty damn bad.
They've
been the worst team the last 3 years. So I mean, yes, if you win 2 or 3 games, yeah, you're playing pretty good. So I just think this is another one of those situations where the sun shines on the team.
But their last couple games, they actually look like an NFL team.
That's what I'm saying. And to me, it's the way they're doing it. They don't have a superstar.
Nope.
They don't have a Braylon Edwards at receiver anymore. They're doing it
Who plays for?
They're doing it for those Jets, right?
Yes.
Who somehow, let me get this straight.
Here
now.
we go.
Braylon Edwards comes out this week and acts like he's mad and he's pissed off at the Jets, the Browns, that they did him wrong and whatever after DUIs, assault charges, and more drop balls than anybody in the league. And Braylon Edwards is mad at the Browns for trading him. So now you're going to get some vengeance on the Browns this week. I doubt that.
No.
Well, you got to have some kind of soap opera. Us being football players, we got to make up some kind of enemy to get us motivated. Because at the end of the day, man, the kind of money Braylon making right now, he really ain't motivated like that right now. So you got to have some kind of. But he
is playing pretty well for the Jets.
He
will
playing
give him
real
that.
good for the Jets. I mean, in the team philosophy that Rex Ryan has cultivated up there, it's hard not to play well up there because he makes everybody accountable.
No question.
Which is, I would have loved to play for that guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying Jets are going to lose.
So it's on record that Browns over the Jets.
Down. The Browns are going to win.
The Browns are going to win.
All right, this next must-see game is definitely a must-see game. Patriots versus the Steelers. Steelers, #1 rushing defense in the league. Patriots, one of the top passing offenses in the league. Patriots coming off a big loss to the Browns.
They have no defense.
The Steelers coming off a big win. This could be a great game. Should be a great game.
Definitely gonna be a great game. Anytime you meet those two story franchises, first of all,
yes,
it's always gonna be a burn burner. You got one of the best defenses in the league going against one of the best offenses in the league. You got James Harrison on one side. You got Peyton Manning on one side. You got the Brooklyn Butcher, as we can call James Harrison.
I'm gonna say the question is how How much is James Harrison going to get fined this week?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the question. That's the
But
only
he
question
has
in this
deep
game.
pockets, so it don't matter.
Actually, he's not making that much money this year. He's
Not
actually making-
comparatively.
Not
And
compared to this year. Right now, he's going
now
to
you take out the 120,000 he's gotten fined. I mean, wow.
After taxes too, so that's like you got
Patriots Steelers. That's the night game.
Yeah, definitely a great game. Another must-see game, only for drama purposes. Cowboys at the New York Giants.
It's not drama.
It's only for the drama that consistently surrounds Valley Ranch. It's as the world turns in Dallas. How is Jason Garrett going to get these guys motivated? Are they going to be motivated to play? Giants. A lot of people are calling them the best team in the NFC, best team in the NFC East. I still think this is a big game. It's a rival game. It's two storied franchises, and there's a lot of drama surrounding the game.
It's a big game if Desperate Housewives is on.
Why?
Whoa.
Seriously.
Why? Seriously?
It's a big game. It's a big game if they're not racist. I don't know. It's
Can
a
I
big
move?
game then.
Can I
but
sit
you
over
got,
there?
But seriously though, like Dallas has the talent,
Desperate.
they have everything. But Jason Garrett, I'm telling you, they're gonna get the motivated to play.
His name is Leaf Garrett. Let's get it right.
He has already went there and told them, look, y'all so happen to wait. Everybody's on the chopper.
So let's see.
Right,
The starters,
right. So you gonna
the
see
starters
guys
don't
move a
play
little bit
well
faster
now,
next
right?
week.
They don't. The starters, we agree, are not playing well. So they're gonna put in the backups, and they're backups for a reason.
Right.
No. What's happening? I'm
They're gonna
telling you,
lose.
The backups have motivation now because they're looking like, hey, these
They
starters-
will be hungry, but
Trust
they're
me.
backups for a
We've
reason.
seen it happen, man. I've been part of a 3 and 13
Hey,
season, man.
I just want to say, all the
Backups have
real
hope right
Cowboy
now.
fans out there, I feel your pain. I've been through it, but we picked it, and you deserve it.
Dallas just chalk it up this year. You guys will be back in 2 years when the NFL returns.
No, they won't. They won't be back in 2 years.
All right. Well, from the real Cowboys fans to the self-proclaimed realist Falcons fan,
Not self-proclaimed. It's proven. It's documented.
probably
that
update your
Falcons
jersey.
Ravens
It's a
game,
throwback. That's what it's called. Stop
Throwback.
touching.
Nobody-
Stop
oh,
touching me.
God.
I think you're.
I
the
know you
throwback
have like
right now.
four of
I
them.
think
You
you're
have
the
4 of
throwback.
I think you're a throwback.
Falcons Ravens though, Thursday night is going to be a huge game. I love this game because for me, I actually think this is a test for the Falcons to
It
see
is.
just how good they are.
It is, because that defense is no joke.
They're being considered
They
one of the
scare
better
me.
teams in the NFC. How they going to fare against one of the best teams
No.
in the AFC?
The Ravens
Oh,
defense.
well, yeah, I was about to say.
The Falcons
but
defense, I think
that's
I
the
can get
reason why-
against,
That's
but
the reason
no.
why they're not going to win this
Ray
game.
Lewis coming back to Atlanta. We know what happened the last time he came here.
And folks died.
Say thank you.
Well, actually,
Yeah, he
he's
was-
been back
he was
a
on
couple-
trial for a
actually,
homicide.
Actually, he's been back a couple times.
I didn't
since
say
then.
that. The NFL,
Actually, he's
ex-NFL
been
players
back a
said
couple
that.
times since then, and nobody's died. So
That we know of.
yeah, right.
Well, we're gonna find out just who's going to end up on trial and if anybody dies on Thursday night.
Gonna be that
Hopefully,
Falcons defense.
hopefully it goes down nice and pretty at the Georgia Dome and the Falcons get that win. Hey, we're all Falcons fans here. 2 former
Don't-
Falcons
don't
and a
just
self-proclaimed. No. Hey, we're former Falcons.
You claim the
I'm only a
Patriots.
fan of who's paying me. I'm not a fan of
See, and
anybody.
you claim the Patriots every week. Y'all say
I know.
Super Bowl champion.
but I
love
still claim the
blank.
Falcons.
I love off the blank. I don't claim nobody unless I'm getting something in my Social Security account.
I'm real.
Period.
Well, I'd love to see the Falcons win. And with that, that's going to do it here. Week 10 of Sideline coming at you every
like
week
none
with
of
the
y'all.
hottest stats and fantasy news. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And as we always do, we're going to give our
Hey,
hosts
stop touching.
one opportunity to give a final thought. I know, Gerard, you got a final thought
He's
with,
not coming back
with the
no more.
Marine Corps birthday and with Veterans Day.
Well, I have a lot of thoughts. I mean,
Do you have a final thought, as you always do?
it's a question. You know me and my
Okay,
questions.
let's your final question.
If a candle factory burns down, does everybody stand around singing happy birthday? That's what I want to know.
That might be your worst ever.
I don't
final
care.
thought. Some of them have been pretty good. That one is. Oh, no, let me put. I'm gonna put this in the same
He's
category
bigger than me, but
as
I
this
got it.
one. X chromosomes. That goes in the same category as X chromosomes.
Oh, okay, we couldn't
And
start
and
over. I'm
and
not
and,
dealing with
and,
you.
and because
Stop.
I'm the host and because I can do things like this, I'm gonna punish Karan and myself and not allow us to give a final thought because that one was so bad.
I think he needs to get one because he's new.
That was so bad.
He could talk about his old playing days.
Karan, do you have a final thought? Give us one word of inspiration, one word of motivation, or one word of complete debauchery like Gerard just
No,
gave
I'm
us.
not gonna do the debauchery
Can we talk about the hat?
like Gerard's goatee.
Can we talk about the
I'm
hat?
gonna talk about when is the NFL gonna finally just put flags on everybody and just play flag football.
I want to talk about his Lawrence Fishburne hat he got behind his
Do
chair.
that.
And you know me, I always like to give it up for one player who I enjoy watching the league. My final thought is Randy Moss. Go kill him on Sunday. I hope
Kill
you
him.
get 10 catches
Kill
for
him.
200 yards and flip everybody off. That's it for Week 10 on Sideline. Thanks for watching. We out.
Next week. Can I see your hat?
No, you can't see the
show
hat.
the hat.
I'm just
Show
saying, you
everybody
just
the
need
hat.
some. You just need some
see the hat.
shades and like be
If it
three
was sun
shades.
outside, I would have
If
shades
you
on.
be
It's
three
a
shades
complete
lighter,
look.
you could be a swollen
It's a
Michael
complete
Jackson.
look.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
complete look, and if that little hair
I'm
there
just why
was longer,
you getting close. You know, no Skittles.
You could.
My sideline TV on repeat. Win the Super Bowl and never leave my fantasy. And if you gotta work, well, you should call off. They not like pre-song shout that they don't fall off. Here we go. Here we go. It's time to tune in. 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 Here we go. Here we go. It's time to tune in. It's time to tune in. Here we go. Here we go. It's time to tune in. 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 It's time to tune in.